Welcome to Random Thoughts with Joel and Brandon.
Joel, who were the creators or creator of Meta Glasses?
The creator of Meta Glasses was Mark Zuckerberg. He created the company called Meta. They make phones. They don't make phones. They make glasses, and he even owns Facebook with his company Meta. And who do you think was responsible for making Meta Glasses, and they could either be used for good or bad?
Personally, I think it's the consumer who's most responsible and has the most weight on them.
Really, I actually think it's the inventor, because it's the inventor's responsibility to create something that can only be used for good. It's just the consumer's choice if they want to use it for good or bad.
I think it's the consumers, because think about it. It depends on how they use it, because they can use it for like just bad things, like perverted things, for crimes, for just humiliation, and then they can use it without consent, and then they won't know. But the inventor really never intended for that, but the consumer is using their product for that.
True, but take Chipotle burritos, for example. Chipotle burritos can only be used for good. How do you come up with that?
All right, but then think about it. Everything can be used for bad. It's just that it's mainly weighs on the consumer, because the inventor they have it for their intended purposes. They make it for their intended purposes. They release it for their intended purposes. I just think it's a consumer that it's based on their choice is who's like most liable for their crime.
I guess you're right. The inventor doesn't really have a choice in what the consumer wants to do with their product.
When did the Meta Glasses first emerge?
They actually were first released on the market on September 30th, 2025. So just last year.
6 days before my birthday. Yep. How do they work or operate?
So they are glasses who are infused with artificial intelligence, and you can without having to use your hands, you can control things like the camera, the music or sound coming out of it, and like taking pictures, the camera. And they're all infused with AI, and it even has like their own like Siri voice type stuff.
What is its intended purpose?
Its intended purpose is to be more helpful with like taking pictures and stuff. So you know how sometimes your mom will tell you like, oh, I wish I had like a camera, like if I could pull it out fast enough to be able to take a picture or video of this cool moment when I was like a child. Now you can just say like, hey Meta, take a video, and it's so much faster without the use of your hands, like if you're carrying something. That's the intended purpose, to be more helpful with that, just hands free. You could even like have it read out your messages or call somebody or play music through them for only you to hear. Yeah.
I would also say that you could also use them in like not really self-defense, but like as a way of showing that you're not guilty, such as a crime, where you can prove easily through your eyeballs really that you really didn't commit it, and that was others, because you have film on you. So I guess it can be used for purposes of like helping you and like showing that what you do.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think also like eyewitness accounts, in like a court of law, if you have video proof of something happening, like the whole court case is like out. You have definite evidence that probably can't be tampered with.
And especially through the idea that it's through your eye, it's pretty much through your eyeballs, since what you're looking at, what you're seeing, what you are visibly looking at. What are some potential positives and negatives of Meta Glasses?
So I think the positives are just recording like videos. You can live stream on them. Like if you are an influencer, you could live stream directly from what you're seeing and not having to have like another person hold a camera up looking at you. I also think if you, for sports and stuff like track, if you can wear them while you run, and you'll be able to like record exactly from what you're seeing, not having a third person view of your running, so it can help you improve in that way.
Yeah, but not everything's positive about it. There are some negatives to Meta Glasses. Like, like people film what they want, I guess. Some people will film what they want rather than what others would think or what others would want. Like they'll film things without consent. They'll like humiliate others and show it on camera and then use it. They'll use it for their perverted ideas, and like they can just disturb the peace in public. They can disturb public peace with it. You know, it's just. It's really their camera, and you really don't notice. Besides, like a little light inside, but I mean, if you're using it for negative reasons, you're really just gonna cover the light or program it to like turn off.
How does this meta glasses all relate back to Frankenstein?
There's also a creation, as we know, and the monster is also shown through the book that of being kind of invading others' privacies. You know, even says. And with a quote, I remember too well the treatment I had suffered the night before from the barbarous villagers, and resolved whatever course of conduct I might hereafter think it right to preserve, that for the present I would remain quietly in my hovel, watching and endeavoring to discover the motives which influence their actions. Which shows the monster also is like a creation, and it also doesn't respect others and their privacy.
Yeah, the monster was created with the intended purpose of, like, the scientific discovery of making life without
Bringing others
procreation. Yeah. Like, the intended purpose was good, but instead he is spying on people without their consent, just like you could use with the meta glasses. And, it's, I guess, back to your point that it's the consumer's fault. Like, it's really, it wasn't really Victor Frankenstein's like idea that he was used as like a spy or like to do weird things or spy on people, but it was totally his fault, the monster's fault.
But you also got to consider the idea that Frankenstein never really thought of his actions or like what would come of making the monster. So you kind of got to think about that.
All right.
Thank you.